I have the most important number one equation that you need for your business. If you do not know this, you will not be growing as fast as you can. You're going to plateau. And most importantly, you're going to be stuck in an anguished state of stress. This equation that I'm showing you right here is the monthly recurring revenue capacity equation. Arguably the most important formula that you can have for your business, because when you know this, you can make sure you're actually focusing on something or the things that grow your business. Because as entrepreneurs, our time is not equal. We work on some things that marginally grow our business, don't grow our business at all, or puts us out of business. But if you know the very few things that disproportionately grow your company, which is also known as Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, and you actually focus on building the right processes and systems to alleviate your constraints in your company, which are the things that are holding you back from growing, you will grow. That is success made simple. And this equation literally is the formula that you must know. MRR cap. What do you need to know to calculate this? There's really 3 data points. What's the average price you sell your service for? How many deals on average do you close per month? And what is your churn percent? That is it. If you can know these 3 things, which obviously these 3 things correlate to a bunch of other things, you can figure out what your business is at. So these numbers are actually from one of my clients that recently we onboarded at 8F. This client sells his service on average at $2,000 per month. This client brings on average 12 retainers per month, and they churn 12% of their clients every single month. Now, at this run rate, they will cap, which they already have. They've capped out at $200,000 per month. Now, the things that we want to use this formula for is first and foremost, okay, where do we need to put our time and energy to? Do we need to bring on more deals? And is that the constraint? Or do we need to reduce churn? Now, these two are functions of a lot of different things. When it comes to actually closing deals, it's how many, there's a lot of things, right? We're going to scroll up real quick, but how many appointments do you set per month, right? Of those appointments, how many of those are inbound and outbound leads? Of those leads, right? All the sales data, what percentage of them no show on call 1? What percentage of them are qualified, right? What's the average closing rate, right? All these things, if you could identify the functions or the inputs that lead to deals closed per month, you can realize, oh, I can adjust this number pretty easily, right? So let's actually play around with some of these things. You can see here, I just adjusted these numbers to show you, right, how to calculate this stuff, right? Based on the amount of leads that show up, percentage of no-show, qualifying, closing rate, roughly this is 12. So for this equation, which I actually did wrong, let me edit this real quick. Okay, so the formula's been adjusted. So as you can see here, if you have 50 appointments per month, 26% of people no-show. So you multiply this times 1 minus the no-show rate. So you're getting the people that actually show. So you can make this show percentage, but I like to see what percentage no-show. Multiply that times qualified percent, and then you multiply that by your closing percent on the offers made. It shows you how many deals you actually close, right? So if we adjust the no-show rate or we adjust the qualified rate, right, you could see how things start to change, right? So the goal here was to get to 12, which we have. So in this company, this client is booking about 12 deals a month. They're churning about 12%. So we want to play around, okay, what are the things that I think I could easily change? Now we say, you know what? I think I could get this to 10%. So let's do this. If I get this to 10%, oh crap, if I reduce my churn rate down by 2%, I will get $240,000 in monthly recurring revenue. That means I will cap out at that level. Let's try something else. If I could just close 14 deals a month rather than 12 deals a month. So if I could only close 2 more deals, I could get to 233,000. Now, the question that you have to ask yourself as a business owner, which one of these things is going to be easier? And maybe the goal is not to not to gradually get it. What you really want to know, what's going to be easier? Is it going to be 20 deals per month that you could close? Or is it going to be 8% of deals that you keep and churn on a monthly basis? Obviously, all these things are sub-functions, right, of your overall business, right? For deals closed, right? It's a function of appointment set. It's your actual offer. It's how are you handling objections? It's your show percent. It's your qualified leads. It's are you getting inbound and outbound leads? Your churn percent is a subset of a lot of things, right? It's your psychology and the training of your talent. It's your processes and systems, your onboarding, right? There's so much that goes into all of this. And I think the appropriate expectation that you need to set as a business owner is not, I think I could go from 12 to 14. How can you go from 14 to 20? Now, at this level too, when you increase your deals closed, you're going to hit capacity constraints. I could only bring on, I had a client yesterday tell me he could only bring on 2 deals a month, right? So if he wants to move from 2 to 4, that doubles his potential business, right? But the whole purpose of this is you need to say, okay, what are my legitimate constraints? I'm closing 12 deals a month. Could I close 14? Do I think I could easily do that in the next 30 to 60 days? Could I close 14, 16, 20, right? Or can I reduce my churn? Why am I churning? Do we have root causes, right? Are we churning because of we're not delivering? Could we fix that easily, right? So the goal here is you always want to be fixing and working on something. And when you have multiple people in your company, like myself and my COO, I in my business, I focus on deals closed. So this is a function of sales and lead generation, right? So I own all of that. My churn percentage of my company is a reflection of my COO. He's responsible for building better systems. And the question is, what is the highest leveraged thing that we can do? And this is the hard question that you have to answer. And a lot of times, bring in a consultant. I brought in a consultant last week. I'm bringing in 2 more this week to tell me, hey, I'm really close to this number. I'm really close to my business, so I can't see what I can't see. What's your opinion? How could I adjust? And in my business, I'm saying, hey, how could I move my deals closed from 20, on average, about 20 deals a month? That's what we're bringing on roughly, from 20 to 30 or 20 to 25. Could you look at my data, look at my sales calls, look at our leads, look at our funnel? So I'm bringing different people in that are hyper specific experts that consult me, and then they say, hey, if you just adjust these 3 things, your business will grow. So the thing that you want to adjust in your business is, number 1, your outlook. Where will your business cap out at? If you have multiple departments, you need to establish this per department, right? Every department has a recurring revenue cap. The paid media department, your recurring revenue might be $60K a month. Your SEO department might be doing $100K a month. And then you might have an analytics department. The recurring revenue might be $50K, right? Each one of those departments will have an MRR cap. So you need to do this equation per department and then sum up the total, and then really start to adjust and pull those levers and then start building. Have a list, have an attack list, right? So in my company, right, we have this GPS worksheet where we say, okay, this quarter, we need to focus on these 3 things. And then on the monthly basis, we need to do these 3 things to compound into quarterly goals. This week, we need to work on these 3 things. And today, I need to work on these 3, 4, 5 things. When you start first and foremost with your monthly recurring revenue cap and you break it down and just identify what's the easiest lever I can pull that will grow this company's ceiling of achievement, you will grow as long as you remain consistent to building the process, staying on the path and staying on the journey. This is not easy, but this is what business is. It's a game of moving from constraint to constraint, identifying what the best and easiest solution is, identifying the best and easiest process. And as long as you do that and you build systems that are sustainable, you have management processes that make sure your talent stays in the standard, because a lot of times your talent will reduce the standard, changing these numbers. If you could have management processes that sustains this, you can grow as big as your imagination can go. This is not so easy. It is pretty hard. If you're struggling with this and want help, feel free to reach out. This is the most important equation, arguably, in your company. Thanks.